Welcome back to the history of English literature. We have seen the origin of English drama with reference to mystery plays in the last video. Now we are going to look at another types of plays which were the predecessors of the English drama, that is a proper English drama. So these, that is the mystery plays, also lead to another kind of drama called miracle plays. It is very important to distinguish between miracle plays and mystery plays at this point because many tend to confuse one with other. Mystery plays were, yes, we already have seen, they were largely based on the stories from Bible. So in a way that it enacted the stories exactly as they were shown in the Bible. But these miracle plays had a freedom to differ a bit from the Bible and also introduce the stories of the life of saints, their biography, and how certain common instances could be related to the events from the Bible, so on and so forth. In this sense, it is could be considered as a little more secular than the mystery play, though both continue to be played in England during the same time and the actors of these were not clergy at all. They were mostly common people, tradesmen, and whoever was interested in acting could come and join this. And also until Shakespeare's time, it is very significant to note that the female actors were not in place. All the parts, even the ones played by females, were taken by male actors. So this was more or less a show, that is the show run entirely by men. In these miracle plays, through the lives of saints, through the life of certain commoners who had got God's calling, so on and so forth. We found a storyline emerging which was emphasizing God's will. This continued to be religious and ritualistic, but it is also focused on the practical application of the stories of the Bible, and there is evidence which shows that these plays were staged. Miracle plays were staged across almost 40 districts in England during the medieval period. And these plays were organized, they were funded, they were taken care of entirely by trading girls. There were four major something that we call companies which were promoting these miracle plays during that period. They also used to run these plays in a cycle. Here the cycle in the sense something which storyline would have a full circle, like in the beginning there would be the creation and the play would end with the fall of man and the consequences of it, or else it would begin with the life of Christ and would complete an entire cycle focusing through the events of his crucifixion, his resurrection, his second coming, so on and so forth. In that sense, they used to complete an entire cycle focusing on the storylines within the Bible and also connecting it with the practical application for the commoners. So there were four different cycles like this: the Chester cycle, the Coventry, the Wakefield, and the York. And there is a lot of historical evidence to prove that they had continued to exist even during Shakespeare's time. They just said that Shakespeare must have witnessed at least one of these plays which was getting staged in Coventry. These names were in fact after the names of the places where most of these plays were continuing to get staged. So Shakespeare's plays, when one began to read them and analyze them, many critics and historians have felt that there is a major influence of these miracle plays in the way he began to conceive his theatre, his idea of stage, so on and so forth. And some of the other common plays used to be the Three Marys, focusing on the different characters of Mary from the Bible, Shepherd's play, which was mostly the nativity scenes which was being put up for the commoners, and also the feast of the Corpus Christ that continued to have a lot of importance. This was like one of the major feasts, just like Easter. So there used to be these different cycles which were continued to be played for almost for 12 to 14 days at a stretch. So it began to be known as collective mysteries, and importantly, all these merchants, the tradesmen, everyone used to take a day off from their work. So this was mostly a holiday season as well when Corpus Christi collective mysteries began to be staged. In that sense, we do begin to see that the beginnings of this mass entertainment and the collective entertainment begins from as early as the 13th century onwards. Now, what is the difference between miracle plays versus mystery plays? Critics tend to distinguish between miracle and mystery plays. Here, miracle plays had as their subject a story from scriptures or the life and martyrdom of a saint, but mystery plays usually based on the stories on the New Testament. So for our purpose, the inclusion terms miracle play can be used to identify works dealing with either biblical history or the saint's life. So this is the difference between miracle and mystery plays. If we look upon some examples of miracle plays, the first one is called Corpus Christi, is also called June. It was acted in some cities. It was acted on a great occasions in the streets. That is at Chester. It's acted in Chester. 24 such played in a single day, moving to different locations with all 24 given at each. Some of the plays involved a good deal of singing and contained the seeds of future masque, oratorio, and opera. As well as Graham Williams described his opera based on John Bunyan's The Pilgrim's Progress as a morality play. So if we sum up what is miracle plays, it was developed during the 13th century along with the mystery plays. So it is all about the lives of saints. The actors were the mostly common people and tradesmen. It emphasizes on the God's will. It is religious and ritualistic one. About 40 different districts in England had seen these miracle plays, as well as the trading guilds, the Chester Cycle, and the Coventry and Wakefield, York are the famous trading guilds. They are acted upon the creation of the world to the fall of man, as well as the best example for the miracle plays are the Three Marys and the Shepherd's Play. Now let us look at some questions on miracle plays. The first question is, the miracle plays deal with option A, the stories of the Bible of saints, their biography. Option B, biblical themes. Option C, heaven and hell. Option D, moral values. Actually, the miracle plays deal with the stories of the lives of saints and their biographies. If we move on to the next question, what are the four major guilds or companies enacted the miracle plays during the 13th century? There were four major companies were in England. First one is Chester Cycle, the Coventry, the Wakefield, and the York. In the Coventry, Shakespeare must have been witnessed one of the miracle plays. The next question is, Three Marys and Shepherd's Play are the example for the miracle plays. So that's all about the miracle plays. Thank you. Have a great day.